Welcome guys, it's Andy here from D6 Evolution along with Dan.
Hi everyone, you alright?
And Dan's from Glasshammer Gaming, and guys, today we have new assassins to talk about.
Yeah, I got sent a lot of messages yesterday saying just how broken and ridiculous they are.
I am so excited. It's some of my favourite units in the game, and they've just got more broken.
Oh god, yeah. It's given Imperium such a huge boost. It's massive. Yeah. You'll see a lot of them. A lot of them now.
So let's dive straight into this. So what should we talk about first, Dan?
So I think you should talk about how you can include them in your army now, because that has changed.
So this is probably I think the best bit about it. So they've all gone to 85 points, and basically for one CP you can include them in. You can include one model in any Imperium army, can't you?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
So the amazing thing about this is because it's a stratagem you use pre-game, you can select which assassin you want to use for which mission you're playing.
Yeah, exactly, and that's massive. I mean, you always sit there, you kind of try and plug these assassins into your list pre-game, and think, oh, what if I fight this? What if I fight this? Yeah. And it's always a trade-off, but you don't have that anymore. You can have whatever you want.
Particularly, I always found the anti-cycle one, the Calexis, was amazing if you played Smite Spam, but otherwise, don't get me wrong, it was still good because you had to hit them on sixes, but it just wasn't that good. But now you can just tailor everything, can't you?
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, everyone thought with the new Vigilus detachments that would be good to just go, oh, well, I'll take this, but actually that says you have to choose your Vigilus detachment while you're writing your army list effectively, so you've got to choose that before. This is just pre-game. You're just got to have those points set aside, and you can just bang him in.
And from a GW point of view, this is excellent marketing strategy because everyone is going to want one of each assassin.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you'd never leave home without them. Never.
These kind of these messages and whatever started going around yesterday. We've already sold a load of them. And honest to God, I woke up and I was like, oh right, okay, then this message is spreading pretty quickly then.
It's like, right, what filth of GW?
It's pretty mad. So we'll be stocking up on them definitely.
Yeah. Do you try and guess the rules? When all your orders come in and go, right, okay, like Wyverns have gone off the shelf today. Wonder what broke and that stuff.
Do you know what? I started out trying to do that because I was like, we're in the know. We can find out what's going to happen and stock it up. And I think when Orcs dropped, I was like, oh, these units are good. And I just ended up with boxes and boxes of Orcs on the shelf for weeks because everyone had already got their old Orc armies. So I've stopped doing that now.
Okay, so let's dive into the assassins, and I'm going to start with my favourite. It was my favourite one before this, and it is so my favourite one now.
Oh yeah.
The Eversaw assassin, just for 15 more points down. What do you get? Because he's gone up to 85.
Oh man, the rules you get. Well, I mean, if bring the rules up on there.
Okay, so effectively what you get is he's still got his 3d6 charge, which is the best thing about him.
Oh yeah, he's kept all his old rules. He's just got more rules.
So his Overwatch shenanigans used to re-roll the hits with his little Eversaw pistol when people charged in. Is now if you try and fall back from the Eversaw from combat. He can just shoot you just normally on a 2+.
Yeah. And it does say every unit that does it. So you can just keep shooting them as they're falling.
It's every unit.
I'm sure it says every unit that falls back from him, you can just start shooting them.
Oh, that is
so
hilarious.
If you can run him in and tie up like 5 units as they fall back, he's just gunslinging round.
And don't forget if someone's still within 4 inches, he's got his melter bomb.
Oh yeah. Oh that's someone's going to make that mistake, and they're going to be pretty salty about it afterwards.
You've just got a pistol. No. So the next thing that he's got is there's 2 stratagems you can use with him. Is you can use the fight twice, and it's only 2 CP, which is huge. He takes a mortal wound afterwards, which is here nor there for him.
Oh, he might do. Only on a 1, 2, 3 takes a mortal wound.
Okay.
So
you've read this better than me.
50-50 chance he doesn't take a wound.
So the best thing about this fight twice stratagem is that when this guy consolidates, he consolidates 6 inches now. And guys, if you don't realise how far you can move in the fight phase, you've got to watch some of our videos because there is shenanigans to be had, isn't there?
There is. I mean, it really hurts the kind of which is good, I suppose, in a way. It really hurts the gun lines because you can sit your bubble wrap 12 inches in front of your juicy shooting guys, and it will go in. It'll kill your bubble wrap, and then it will consolidate 6. And then you go, fire him again. then he piles in 3, then
Yeah.
consolidates another. So, oh god, you could do. Well, it's even further than 12, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's 15 inches behind a bubble wrap, and he'll tie it up.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's absolute
So
mad.
in his combat phase, he now moves 3d6 plus 18 inches.
Yeah. Effectively, yeah.
That is mental.
It's these kind of static shooting lines, like
So-
Tau with broadsides
Yeah.
or any tanks.
So he's going to get in that little golden position between 2 tanks.
Yeah,
He's going to tie at least 2 tanks up with that. The next thing he can do is that he essentially, every time he kills a model, and essentially this guy's a blender in combat with 8 attacks,
Yes.
he now gets an extra attack.
He gets an extra attack.
Per each model he kills.
Oh, I didn't know that bit. There you go. See,
So that is-
you've read bits that I haven't read.
I'll bring him up. That is Eversaw Assassin. So killing Rampage. Each time this enemy model slays a model, essentially he gets an extra attack.
What? So he's got 8 attacks.
Yeah.
And every time he kills something.
Yeah, he gets another attack per model he kills.
Oh my god! And then he fights twice.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! What is going on here?
But he went up 15 points, guys.
Oh,
That's the
man.
thing to remember. 15
Jesus.
points just for that
I
shenanigans.
think they're missing a 0 off the end of his points value, aren't they? This is getting ridiculous.
So he is by far my favourite. I think he's amazing. He also for a 1 command point can get a 4-up feel no pain. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's situational, but having a 4-up when you need him to survive.
Yeah, it can be really useful because what you find is that he'll go in, kill something, and
And then he just
they'll-
gets obliterated.
And people will struggle to shoot him because he's a character, so they
Yeah.
try and just kind of plink him off in combat. I mean, he's only toughness 4 with a 4-up invuln, but to suddenly have the option to go, oh, he's got a 4-up feel no pain now, they've got to commit a lot to him now. They've probably got to shoot him as well as go into combat with him.
Yeah.
So it's quite big in taking options away from your opponent and absorbing a lot of shots.
So there's one other thing, because this is 15 points he's gone up, so he's got to have a few more abilities
Of
before it's
course,
worth
yeah.
it. So there's one other thing. He used to explode within 1 inch. 1 inch of enemies, he'd cause D3 mortal wounds on a 4-up. They've now removed that and made it a flat 6 inches.
It's crazy, isn't it?
6 inches, everything around him on 4 pluses for each unit does D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
And he automatically does that. It's not like on a roll of a 6 he does that. He automatically explodes.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
It's pretty mental, isn't it? It's a little crazy. I don't know. You've got to see an FAQ coming out for this, haven't you? I mean, I know everyone went up in arms about the whole tractor cannons and all this. It was really bad, but they're not actually that bad. This is mental. This is crazy good for 85 points.
I still think he should be 70.
like even
It's only because I've got 3 of them.
the Vindicate did get better. I get that, but he's 85 points, and you compare it to this guy, like what?
Yeah, I think the only downside of him is he's not that survivable, and I think if you're going to play him, guys, you've got to position models like flyers and stuff so that actually on your opponent's turn he can't die. Well, but actually, maybe even want him to die because he's going to explode. And he's going to shoot stuff when he falls back.
Yeah.
So.
They're not normally something that you send in on their own. I mean, the whole not deep strike until turn 2's kind of helped people realise that if they push up with their units first, then they drop him down. He kills stuff, and then they can move in front of him, so you can kind of keep your characters alive. So that's definitely the best way to play him.
So let's move on to some of the other ones. So should we do the collectors next?
Yeah, Collector's in the second main one, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean he's not changed much. I don't think
No.
he's still really useful in certain games. Psychic power is just not affecting him.
Yeah, he still swings matchups, which is great.
Yeah.
His points haven't changed. He got the stratagems that are really useful for him now.
He's got a couple. Effectively, in situationally, he can be really good. Where he can everything within 3 of them has to fight last.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anyone who's played against Talos, Vexator, Mask, things like that, you know that fighting last, forcing your opponent to fight last is huge.
It can be game changing.
It can be, but I think he's a character who's only got a 3-inch heroic intervention. I think people can play around that.
Yeah, you can. I mean, like I said, you can position him cleverly to give your opponent a bit of a headache.
But one model, I don't see it. I don't see it coming up that often. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the meta in a month's time will be frigging collectors everywhere.
Could be, mate. Yeah.
It'll be like the start of 8th edition again.
Well, they're all really useful now, and it does say at the beginning when you put them in your army, if you take one of each, you still get your command point. bonus, I think, for being in a vanguard.
I don't think you get your command point bonus.
I think it says if you take one of each,
Okay.
you still get it. I think it's weirded wordly, obviously, because it's Games Workshop. In that if you don't get it unless it contains one Vindicate, one Collectus.
Okay, one of everything.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
It says something like that at the beginning. I think that's what it's trying to get at. But
yeah, Dan's right. He's actually read the whole flow. I just went straight for the rules. I was like, in fact, I never actually moved off the Eversaws. I was like, this is just amazing.
Yeah, just weeping with joy at the Eversaw page.
So the Collectus, he's got those. And he's effectively got another stratagem where he can choose his little, psychic cannon to D3 damage instead of just flat 1 damage.
Yeah.
It's all right, but I mean,
it's nice because he can target psychers, can't he?
He can do.
That are, even though they're characters, he can target a psyker even if he's not the closest. So looking at a quicken warlock or a cheeky farseer.
I mean, he's still a good character. He still ignores armor saves. He still can hit him on 6s. He's pretty damn good, but he's.
I don't know if it's worth looking at because it could be pretty big. The when it says you can change his damage to D3, it could be worded the same as like the Tyrannid stratagem, where if it just says you can use this in the shooting phase, you can go, I'm going to shoot your Farseer, 4 hits, 4 wounds. Oh, I failed on my 4-ups. Oh, actually, I'm going to play this stratagem now, and it does D3 damage. So depending on how they've worded it, you might be able to use it after you've seen the damage results.
Interesting.
It could be the same as that Tyrannid. There's a couple of them now that are worded
before you choose a Collectus assassin to shoot with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So it's pretty useless. I mean, occasionally it's going to be good, but I think because it's D6 shots, even if you're around psychers, it's so situational.
Yeah.
So Cowardice next. This is my least favourite assassin.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Do you favour the Vindicate over the Cowardice?
I do kind of.
No. I don't. The Cowardice is all right. I've seen her used very well in some things with the whole. She appears 3 plus D6 inches away. That could be really good. The stratagem thing is what everyone takes it for, isn't it?
But basically, you've got to spend an extra. You've got on a 4-up. You have to pay 1 extra command point per stratagem you use. Right, only in the first battle round. So, but bearing in mind, everyone uses all their command points in the first battle round.
A lot of people do use.
Maybe it's just me.
Of them,
I don't seem to have any left.
No, use them or lose them. That's it, isn't it? So she can be good. And then a lot of people look over her shooting thing. So she rolls 3d6. Yeah. If she rolls over your leadership, you take mortal wounds. Yes. It's always useful. She's not bad. She ignores.
I think particularly if you throw in some leadership debuffs and things like that, you can stack it to make it work a little bit better. Any gun which works off a statistic you can modify does have some some potential to it.
Yeah.
There is a stratagem for 2 CP that you can use her Reign of Confusion again in another phase.
Sorry. What is the Reign of Confusion rule, Andy?
That's the 4+. You've got to spend an extra command point.
Oh, really?
So you could, second battle round, you go, okay, Confusion is continuing. Obviously, you can only do it once per game. So you can have a Reign of Confusion for 2 turns.
That could be really good.
It's good, but if you think about it, it's 2 command points, right? And if your opponent's going to spend, say he does 4 stratagems, because it's not per point used, it's per stratagem used.
Yeah.
So he's probably, at max, going to spend an extra 2 CP. So unless you've got a lot more CP than him, and you're really just trying to focus on burning
only
through...
there was a really easy way of getting a load of CPs when you're Imperium.
It doesn't happen,
If only there was a way of doing that.
No, there's not.
If only there was a way of playing a guard brigade where you've got 15 command points left at the end of the game, and you just needed another way to burn some off.
Yeah. Just for that final insult. It's like, I've got so many CP, I just don't care.
It is. It's bloody frustrating.
Yeah. That's the Cowardice. She got a little bit better, and she's also got a stratagem where she can advance and charge.
Yes. Yeah.
Which again is alright because she can already fall back and advance still and charge.
Yeah. Yeah.
She can still fall back and charge. She's got hit and run, but she couldn't advance and charge before.
She's nice. I mean, the main way I see people using assassins is just taking the 1 with the 1 CP strat at the beginning of the game, and that way you can only choose 1. So I don't know why you would ever choose the Cowardice or the Vindicate over an Eversaw or a Collectus. It's not.
I think in that one game, moving on to the Vindicate, where there's one linchpin character, like for example on Asriel Hellblaster Castle,
Yeah, I think you are very situational because a lot of people take snipers and stuff like that and they expect to just sit there and let their opponent, let them just snipe off all their characters, but then all you do is, they don't ignore line of sight. So you just hide your... And I mean, a character's buffs work out of line of sight 9 times out of 10, so you just hide your characters and he's just going to sit there.
I'm trying to say something good about him. I'm really trying here.
He's rubbish. I won't hear anything else. He's crap. I will not be stocking up on Vindicate, put it that way.
I'm going to use 3 against you in our game today.
No,
I'm going to try at least kill a company commander by the end. Basically, his gun got slightly better, so now it still ignores cover, it still ignores invulnerable saves. It's AP -3, which is okay, but he's only 1 shot. But now he does extra mortal wounds on, like, I think it's a roll of a 3 or 4 or 5. It's, so you can potentially get, up to, I think you could potentially do like 9 or 10 wounds to someone, because on a 6, his damage becomes D6.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, guys, think about this, right? You've got to roll 2 6s. There's a 1 in 36 chance of you actually scoring 6 damage on someone and actually killing a character. You've got to be really lucky.
You've got to not roll a 1 when you're trying to hit with him.
Yeah, that's the first step.
Which will never happen. You'll always roll a 1.
Mine's always roll 1.
Exactly. Don't even worry about wounding him because you're not going to hit with him anyway.
And just in case you do actually hit with him, he does have a stratagem for killing tanks now, which is your standard D3 mortal wounds, a bit like Hellfire or anything else.
Yeah. The one nice thing they did do with him is that if he stands still, he ignores modifiers now.
Yes.
Because it was like, a Vindicate, which is the best sniper in the galaxy or whatever, can't shoot. Like, he's hitting a ranger, and an Alatot ranger on a 4+. It was a bit bizarre. So now he just ignores it. That's the nice thing.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah. You couldn't have gone much worse.
No, I agree.
I just, for his points, I just don't find he does enough. He can shoot twice, but it's got to be a different character, so it's kind of like, you can't even finish off the character after, it's got to be at someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
The one interesting thing, I wonder whether the Turbo Penetrator shell, which does D3 mortal wounds, where if you refire, you still have that ability. Because like the Cherub for Space Marines, if you pop the Cherub, then you still got the...
you still benefit from the strat,
I don't know.
I'm sure you do. I see no reason why you wouldn't. I can't see an argument against it, but...
They can't make him worse.
Exactly, yeah. Just let him have it. Let him have something, for God's sake.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so that's it. This is our initial impressions of what we think of the Assassins. Let us know if you think there's any Assassins worth taking apart from the Eversaw, which I think is amazing, or the Calexis.
Yeah, please let us know how deluded you are.
Yeah.
You're kidding yourself, I'll tell you that now.
Oh, no. Right, guys, well, we'll see you in the next video. And remember, we do regular tactics videos on this channel. And Dan, buddy, you do regular battle reports, don't you?
Yeah.
You want to quickly tell us about that before?
Yeah, we do weekly battle reports now as part of the Glasshammer Elite service. With that, you get, like I said, weekly battle reports. You get 30% off GW products. You get all sorts of discounts off Glasshammer merchandise and events as well. So, please jump on there and sign up on the Glasshammer website.
Do you think you should sell D6 t-shirts as well on your store?
Oh, I would love D6. Oh. Look at this logo. This logo's class. I love it. We'll definitely have them on there.
Take care, guys.
See you later, guys.
Yeah.